Hope everybody is comfortable and seated. I would request you all to have a seat. All right. So, Sabina, shall we begin?
Oh, I think yes, let's begin. It's time.
Wonderful. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to welcome you to Womanufacturing. Milestones ahead, working beyond boundaries. Hello, I am Akshay Nagarkar, Head of Marketing at Machine Maker.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Samina Khalid. I'm Head of Corporate Communications at Thermax. And thank you so much for taking your time out and attending our event.
Milestones ahead, working beyond boundaries is the theme that we are going to go with tonight. And you can carry on.
Sure. Thank you, Akshay. So without wasting our time, let's start our event. And I would request Priya Rawat, CEO Invest India, Vijay Kalra, Director, Mahindra Institute of Quality, Hari Shankar, our very much own Hari Shankar, MD Machine Maker, Beena Kothariya, Plant Director, Gestamp, Sujata Tilak, MD Accent Intellimation, Kavita Kaushik, Director Quality, Cummins India, to kindly come on the stage and light the lamp. Please. This truly is a womanufacturing event. I mean, it's evident there are 5 women and 2 men out there.
Respecting the spirit of gender inclusiveness.
I would request everyone to be kindly seated here.
Please have a seat here on the stage. A video. Before that, we have a video. We all love our Hari sir for his spontaneity. And today we are going to have one video played.
We at Mart Infomedia, with our editor advisory board members, started doing small events. On these events, which was focused on the manufacturing sector, we had a challenge in getting women participation, be it a speaker or even people who will come and attend these events. That is when we started finding out women who are working in manufacturing and promoting them. Long 10 years now we are taking this journey. During 2017, we did an exclusive print magazine on the manufacturing. and we were promoting this word to manufacturing from that time. Over these last 10 years, we are happy and privileged to tell the story of hundreds of women working in the Indian manufacturing sector. We are going to celebrate the power of women in manufacturing with manufacturing SMEs who are gender neutral. Friends, it is not easy for a SME to employ women with our present society and cultural setup. All these challenges are not stopping some of the bright companies in this country to employ women and bring gender equalness in their workforce.
Please give it up for the result. Women in manufacturing, an issue which is widely discussed but never openly addressed.
Every International Women's Day, we discuss gender equality, gender ratio, and many other related areas. Maybe situations have changed for better in other sectors. But how about the subject of women in engineering or manufacturing? This hardly features in those discussions. In 2018-19, women made up only 5.1% of the total enrolled mechanical engineering undergraduates. This is undoubtedly a staggering figure, and evidently there is low percentage of women in engineering as well as manufacturing. But all is not bleak, and there is sincere efforts by women to make their mark in this supposedly male-dominant sector.
10 years ago, machine makers started featuring women who gained prominence in their niche domain. Challenges were too many for them, yet they persisted and came triumphant. In 2017, the first exclusive print edition on International Women's Day featured 10 such strong women who have been trailblazers of Indian manufacturing. In March 2022, we conducted the first ever month-long campaign, 30 Days, 30 Women, 30 Stories, which received tremendous appreciation and huge responses from the industry. While interviewing these ladies, we understood it's not only the grit and determination of these women, but also the organizations that believed in employing them and made a difference. This realization propelled us further, and we decided to felicitate these organizations who made a difference, being milestones ahead, working beyond boundaries. We are not here to talk about ratios and numbers, but the opportunities and benefits of engaging, empowering women in the workforce. Let's make more examples and inspirations to change the scenario together.
Yes, of course. So moving further, let me introduce you to our chief guest for tonight. Priya Rawat is the Chief Operating Officer at Invest India, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. With an experience of over 15 years in this industry, Invest India has grown from 10 people to over 100 people currently. And Priya Rawat, as the Chief Operating Officer of Invest India, has been instrumental in the growth of this investment promotion agency of the Government of India. I would request Priya Rawat to kindly come on stage.
Thank you so much. A very good evening to everyone, and I feel humbled and honored to be present amongst guests and dignitaries who have all come together to not only acknowledge but also celebrate the contribution made by women towards our common social and economic fate. And this event has come at an opportune time. I'd like to congratulate Hari and the entire Machine Makers team for putting this event together at a time when the nation has witnessed a landmark moment of Srimati Draupadi Murmu becoming the second women president of India and also the first tribal president of the independent India. And at the very beginning of my remarks, I thus laud the nation for the journey it has undertaken to bring women to leadership positions and also to bringing them to the highest offices in the country. We began our journey in 1947 when we became one of the very few countries who did not take away the right to vote from the women folk. And look at where we are today. We have women who are leading us as president, women who are leading the finance ministry, and as you know, finance has, we can say, very traditionally and stereotypically been a male-dominated sector. I'm of the firm belief that becoming a leader is more important than being put into a leadership position, and leading with compassionate strength and leading in a way that empowers those who are being led is what a true leader is. It is when we see leadership from this holistic standpoint that women's role in high offices of any organization comes to perspective. And it's my strong belief that women don't just lead, they empower. While women have been an integral part of the manufacturing globally, a watershed moment came in when, at the time of during, the First World War, when the French Chief Marshal Joseph Joffre quoted, "If women in the factories stopped working for 20 minutes, the Allies would win the war." For the first time, women's contribution was acknowledged outside of household and was also given high value. And while this catalyzed women's participation in the economy, they still constitute merely 30% of the manufacturing workforce. And here in India, while the manufacturing sector employs 27 million people, only 12% are female. Even though I'm cognizant of the growth of women's economic contribution, I feel that as a woman who herself has been a part of the India growth story, it's my responsibility to also highlight that we still need to travel to become a gender neutral economy. Currently, women hold only 17% of the board seats in India. While this number deserves a celebration, it also calls for action. I urge leaders that are present here in the audience to pat their backs for what has been achieved, but to also buckle up to achieve what is yet to be achieved. As I'm given this platform today, I'm also reminded of my own experiences as a woman who swiftly climbed up the leadership ladder. I, as the head of the global investor outreach at Invest India, had been often I have represented Invest India at multilateral forums, and I acutely remember being in halls dominated by men of various nationalities. And the disappointment of seeing a woman in my position was, expressed subtly, but it was never unnoticed by me. While women managed to reach a male dominated economic forum, I think there are many more battles that are still to be fought. Women in leadership roles are often told to, sometimes downplay femininity or soften a hard charging style of leadership, or maybe even, strike a balance between the two. But what is not recognized is that women have their own leadership style, which is different in conventional ways. Academic studies have shown that women are more likely to lead through inspiration, transforming people's beliefs and attitudes, and aligning people with meaning and purpose. Today, I represent an organization that has a 54% women workforce. And you mentioned that we have grown from 5 to 100 members. I think that was a long time back when I would have shared my introduction. But we are now 385 odd people at Invest India, and with this high percentage, 54% of the workforce, including myself at highest positions in the organization. I believe that at Invest India, we are providing women a space not just to grow, but do so without any judgments. I end my remarks here by thanking machine makers for organizing this very critical event, and I encourage all leaders present here to ensure their workplaces are a safe space for women to work. Thank you.
Thank you, Priya. Thank you so much for sharing the facts with us. Moving forward, I would request Hari to please come and address all of us.
Thank you very much. Actually, mine was welcome note, but I think we are talking about women, so women should go first. So we brought the chief guest first. Yeah, we are improvising. Thank you. Actually, it was nice to hear from Priya how Invest India is growing, and 54%. This is something commendable. Seriously, how government, we have our a tribal president. Just before a couple of days, she became our president, and so much things are going. And why the manufacturing, this particular event is now being held? Like many places, women are getting empowered, but now we are talking about the manufacturing as a subject here. We are talking about it. As you have listened in the beginning, in the video, so this I just shoot before 2-3 days to just give a promotion. I thought, okay, I spoke it right, and many times when I start talking, I just vaguely talk here and there. So I thought, okay, this should play. So at least it should say that why we started this initiative at all. I spoke to many women over last 18 years, or 26 years I am working with manufacturing and media. So as I told, it all started when Manoj Cabre, many people will be knowing his name because he was there early before 14 years. He is a very nice friend and part of our editorial advisory board. So we used to conduct small programs, and there was no women participation. So whatever it is, we plan for some speakers and all those things. Finally, we tell, okay, there is no female representation. And we used to think that, okay, from where we can get at least one person we try to get, and we never used to get that. And that's how we started. And seriously, I feel we were doing a great job at Machine Maker, or even for that matter, Mart Infomedia earlier. We are writing stories. We were very. I was feeling so good that I'm writing about women, and I used to brag that out many times. Friends, I later understood that is something which is a complete ignorance I had in my life. That is because I come from Kerala, Trivandrum, which is an Orthodox family where men are always given importance. Even an elder sister will be there. That is, she is not heard. She cannot go out of 6 o'clock. She will not go out after 6 o'clock. But a boy, he will go at any point of time. It is this. I am coming from that. But maybe at the age of 19, 20, I came out. I was there in Delhi, started working with manufacturing and all those things. Somewhere, even those upbringing is there, but I never thought about it. But somewhere it was deep inside, that we need to empower women. I need to empower my mother. She cannot just go anywhere alone. I need to do it. So I was doing all these things. But you need to understand, when I'm talking about Kerala with all these things, it was a matriarchal society at one point of time. Women used to decide whom to get married. And friends, they can marry any number of people at Kerala. This happened before 50 years, 75 years. But thanks to English, British, they changed a little bit of, the thought process and all those things. We live in a completely different world. And see, my upbringing, I was like that. So how the change happened? Actually, the change happened at home. I got married to a Bengali, the entire life changed. So it's the truth. So when I remember two people at least to tell. One is Mohini Kelkar from Aurangabad. Many people you will be knowing. Another is before 2 days I was speaking to one our Mrinal party, and they were telling that Hari, even both were telling that the change should happen from home, and that is absolutely true. So she was telling that we should go to home and do these kind of events, like we should change. I told that I cannot do. People are going to hit me. But this is something what we can talk. Where in manufacturing, the companies what they are doing good. Otherwise, whoever women are doing, we should bring that to limelight, and that is what we are trying to do. Friends, again. whatever we are doing here for the manufacturing, excellent. You will enjoy it. I'm sure you will get inspired by that. But the real change is going to happen at our home. This is just my message. Thank you very much for listening to me. And today I have a responsibility to welcome my guest and you all, the important people who are sitting in front of us, listening to us. So first of all, I would like to thank our chief guest, Priya Rawat, CEO of Invest India, who came all the way from Delhi to spend a good time with us. Thank you very much from me and on behalf of Machine Maker and all of us present here. Another person I would like to welcome is Sri Vijay Kalra sir. He's a very, very senior person in the industry. I think you may be knowing that he was heading the automotive division of Mahindra and Mahindra. Last year he got retired, but I think Anand sir is not allowing him to take rest, and now he is given more important responsibility. He is heading the Mahindra Institute of Quality as its director, as well as he is the head of safety of Mahindra. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invite and being here with us. And he is the one man who is going to be in between all these beautiful and intelligent women. Next, I would like to thank Veena Kotadia. Another first for the Indian manufacturing. She was the first plant director of an automotive OEM. She was the plant director of General Motors. After GM closed, now she is the plant director of G-Stamp. She is very inspiring. Her story is very inspiring. Thank you, Veena, for coming here. We have with us Ms. Kavita Kaushik, Director, Quality, the Quality Champion from Cummins, India. She is also with the CII, MSME Council. She is heading there. With one of our friend, Dibanchan, recently we came to know about her. She is doing a lot of, initiatives for the MSMEs with CII. I welcome her to this event. Next, we have another woman who is taking some international responsibilities. That is Ms. Sujata Tilak. She is the Managing Director of Asset Indelimation as well as the District Governor. That is, she is heading 4 countries, India, Japan, Singapore, of International Society of Automation. She is also a person, whenever Machine Maker is having any event, we call, she is there. Thank you very much for being part of this event, and we welcome all of you. On behalf of Machine Maker, as well as all of people here, we welcome you to the event. We have many special guests and our industry partners who are coming here. We will be all waiting for that. So I welcome all the special guests who accepted our invitation and coming and joining this celebration. As I told you, Machine Maker would like to celebrate manufacturing. I always see this Filmfare Award and all those things, right? And I am kind of a movie buff. I see a lot of movie. I want to bring that celebration to manufacturing. And anytime when someone is making in India, and whenever I hear someone is making something, and if any of my friends tell that, Hari, there is a story, I just go there. And that is what Machine Maker is going to do. All our team is going to do. These are all happened because of our lovely team, and we are 70% women empowered organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hari sir. As always, inspirational. Here I would like to introduce our keynote speaker. Mr. Vijay Karla is the director of Mahindra Institute of Quality, the world leading India's premier school of quality for manufacturing program and service programs. Mr. Karla is Dean of the Indian automotive segment and Indian manufacturing at large. He comes with decades of leadership experience with global companies such as Ashok Leyland, MLS Class India, DCM Toyota, Toyota Motor Corp, Daewoo Motors, and General Motors. Under his stewardship, MIQ has been a premier institute for imparting a culture of quality consciousness and driving organization-wide excellence both within and outside the Mahindra Group. I would like to call him up on the stage.
Good evening and thank you. Thank you to all of you and all who are here and Hariji especially and machine maker team for organizing this event. No? I mean, it's very common to go in seminars or such events on quality, sustainability and many other subjects, but a subject which is very, very critical of diversity and especially female inclusion. I don't feel anybody is really talking at this stage. And thank you, Hari, for taking up. And I think I'm sure that today may become a start point, and Pune may become a lead for the entire thing. But important will be that how do we sustain momentum, because starting something, talking was something different, but sustaining movement brings the difference. No. Now, I'm not here for any speech or something, but in the morning I was just debating and just trying to think what to really go and speak, because I was not sure that I'm coming as a speaker here. And then when I saw that in Vijay Kalra, keynote speaker, and I don't know how to make a speech, But then I just thought, let me share some of my experience in this area. And then I looked at some of the things my daughter shared when in her professional career, whenever we talked. And then I looked at two of my colleagues. One who is making Scorpios, and you have seen what happened to a Scorpio today in Nasik, and another one in Jharkhand. And I spoke to her, both of them. And then I thought, let me just share a few of the thoughts. So I thought, let me divide this entire thing into three things. No. Does it make sense to have female on floor? And if yes, then what is holding? No. Okay, and then what can be done differently to take it further? On the first subject, especially if I share experience of Mahindra, around 8 years back, 9 years back, Anand Saab said that this will be one of our core value. Or not core value, I mean, this is something which we will look for, no? Group common policies and practices, so we'll include this, and diversity in general and female in this thing. But if I look at 7 or 8 years, it has not progressed the way it should have progressed, especially on shop floor. And then I remember 7, 8 years talking to plant managers that why not this, and especially why not on shop floor. So, general, it was not a belief, but it was just a feeling that no, doesn't look practical. And if you ask another question, why do you say that? No, let's debate a bit. Let's give me reasons. No, and I found that reasons were not there. Okay, a general feeling that shop floors are not meant for female. I'm not talking office, but I'm saying shop floors. No, and it's the whole place is not that high. I mean, hygiene wise, behavior wise, and it's a bit of hard work or something. And I was just debating that if we look at India, especially our history, and even today, no, look at villages. Who does hard work really? I mean, I don't feel anybody can raise hand from maybe let's say that even at our homes we do hard work, no? Okay. I mean, we are not doing any bloody work, no, what hard work, no? I mean, if you have to fetch water from a distance, you are a lady. If it has to be, water has to be taken out from well, it's heady. I remember I was in Delhi, hand pumps for pumping, or generally used to be lady or children at home, no? So, what is that hard work? And then look at textile industry. Look at spinning. Look at apparels where we were very strong, exporting to Europe and all those things. Recently, we have lost a bit of battle to Bangladesh and other places. But who was doing it actually? And then the second question was, tell me, walk through the entire shop floor and tell me which is that operation, which is that job that lady can't do, which is that hard, no? So actually answers were not there. And there we were able to start. And we thought, we'll have to put some regimentation, otherwise things don't happen. Earlier, 8 years back, thought was that, I mean, when this thing that while we will push for it, but it will be more voluntary, okay, it will be more this thing. But I think things don't have, no. Okay. So we put bit of regimentation. I said, okay, from campus, when you are hiring engineers, so let's keep 33% female. Okay. And with clear understanding, if you say I am not able to get right or something, then we will keep that position vacant. Let's leave it, no. Because otherwise, our HR guys, everybody, they say we don't even get CV. We don't have institutes in India. We have all reasons now. And same thing we said that, and we were not hiring. Actually, last 5-6 years, if you really, I mean, all of us know engineering industry has really not grown. Especially after 2013 was the best year. After that, maybe now we are seeing some spark. We are not hiring. And you have already employed enough employees, but we do hire apprentices and other things. We said there also will make that rule. And then I came with another thing that which we feel are the hard jobs. No, we will not put them in quality control and inspection and all those things. Let's say what are the. So I was told weld shop is supposed to be the hardest job, and we went and hired with help of Adani this thing 34, 35 ITI girls as welders. Believe me, one of them in skilled competition, international skilled competition, she was the best woman welder in the world, and she works for us today. So things do move. So I'm just saying that if we try to reason about, the only reason which I said is that we have to make our infrastructure a bit woman friendly or something. Well, that's not a big thing here. We have moved from Ambassador to XUV 7 rows being from Mahindra, and we can't move that. No, I mean, that infrastructure, we have built so many factories, new, I mean, many of you are entrepreneurs and running big factories and creating new facilities. I mean, what we need, I mean, small things, and we say that it's an additional burden and all those things. So this thing, no. So my gut feeling is that from something which is seen as a good thing to happen, no, we have to take a call and say, let's go ahead. Okay. Last 2 years in our what we call the Mahindra way, our business excellence model, we have added this as diversity as part of group common policy, and you are rated against that, and you are marked against that, and if you are not scoring well there, at least you are not looking forward to future and not able to say that how I'm moving towards that. No, if there are no actions, then we derate it. I mean, that rating doesn't affect anything else. That, but at least it brings a bit of this thing. So my gut feeling is that I think it's just something. It's not on radar. Okay, it doesn't come to our mind every day why we are not doing it. otherwise there may not be any reason. It's just something which is ignored. No? Logics don't stand in this thing. I mean, I mean, 2 years back, I was in Chandigarh and I met one of our suppliers, basically machine parts and all those things. And that Sardarji, I mean, he took me to shop floor. And believe me, he had 16 or 17 employees on shop floor workmen. All were ladies in their saris running CNC machines. And I said, what happened? He said, I'm short of people. I mean, I don't get no. And these females, I mean, uh, they are doing some work as maid at various places they were doing. So I told one of my employee whose wife was doing this, why don't you bring her and this thing? I tried, it worked very well. It took 2 or 3 days of learning. Okay, and so much of hunger was there to learn. Okay, and no discussions on job security or something because that job was not secure even for a day. This, if she does well, doesn't. I mean, I'm more worried that she comes every day than anything else. All 16. Okay, and he's saying that even the newest machine I get, I just do that now. I have to have somebody to help and all those things to on skills of bit higher nature. But rest is it's a repetitive job now. So with this all around, I think my request will be that Hari and machine maker team has taken this first step. Maybe many of you are there. Vikram Sahab, I'm looking at you. You have done, you are Metrology of India. So maybe on quality field you have done a lot. Maybe a group of people can take a call and say from today. And the best thing will be celebrating success stories, maybe make a forum and every month there is somebody coming and sharing that, or maybe we can start an award for diversity and especially female this thing. Why it should not be international? I mean, Indian award if not international. No? And why it should not be there and why it should not be celebrated, why it should not come as anything else. No. And if we do, I don't feel it's a good thing. And maybe we, as a country, we should take a target that we will not keep on talking about 33% women getting into parliament for 20 years. Okay. But in 10 years, we see at least numbers maybe more, maybe tripling. No, I mean today number is very less. No, and with now most of our industry is so much dependent on electrical, electronics, IoT, and all those things. Even those days of that shop floor is a work which is bit not that clean or something. Even those days are gone now. So with this, I think maybe a day to take a pledge to move forward and make sure that we have something as a target, something as a number, something to track, something to equate, and something to review after this thing. I mean, one of my Korean leader who became Tebu chairman later, SJ came, he taught me one thing. It is never PDCA, it is PDCCCA. How many times you check and how many times you correct, finally it puts you where you want to be. Thank you very much. All the best. Look forward to a day when we can say that we are there where we are happy. No, this looks very odd today. No, I mean this side C and this side C, it looks very odd. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kara, for sharing your experience. Let's move on to the next section. So, we have three special guests who will be talking on equal opportunity at workplace. First on the list is Beena Kotadia, plant director of Gestam, who's credited with the record of being the first women plant head in India. She comes with over 25 years of enriched experience and success in leading and directing large-scale plant operations, implementing world-class manufacturing practices, and achieving strategic turnarounds. Leveraging her expertise and experience, she's on a mission of empowering young women to join the manufacturing workforce. Ma'am, stage is all yours.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for such a nice introduction. First of all, I would like to thank you, Hari and Machine Maker team, for inviting me for this particular event. It is really pleasure and honor for me. I will say that the way Machine Maker has been working to identify the stories, it is really, really wonderful. Because when we have been reading the story, then we can came to know that so many women workforce are doing wonders and fantastic job, which are unheard. And somewhere they are bringing this all talents out. And it is not only helping to those women, but it is also helping to the all our youngsters who are actually thinking that who are our role models. So it's really, I will say that fabulous things which Machine Maker has been doing. As just now she mentioned that, yes, I have been worked 25 plus years of experience, completely quality and manufacturing. When I started my journey, female in soft floor was completely unheard. I mean, everybody was thinking that, do we require to put the woman in this particular role? And I took that challenge that if I will get the job on soft floor, then and then only I will take the job. I would not do the job in offices because I have done the mechanical engineering and I want to do this. So I was in search till I get the job in the soft floor. And there are fabulous organizations who has been supported me throughout in this journey. So I will say that when we talked about diversity, diversity is like not only about women, gender diversity, we can also talk about age, religion, demographic, and obviously the different regional conditions also. But yes, as in a woman workforce, it's important that we break the bias because it's a mindset of the people that women cannot work on this particular position. When I actually started a job and I was moving from different to different assignments, I worked in all different assignments in manufacturing. I have never felt that I can't work that because I was confident that I am capable. I am skilled and I can do this. And that is what I can say to every woman that you are capable and skilled, you should do those jobs. So it's important that we can more give the equal opportunity to the person who is capable and who is skilled for that particular positions rather than talking on the diversity. So as we always see that women are sincere, they always have a more dedications and hard work, but it is also important that what organizations today are doing to have so much efforts to bring more and more diversity, but it is also important that family also focus on those things. It starts from home. I agreed with Hari when he was saying it starts from home. Because when our daughter-in-law, our wife, when they are telling that, we want to do the mechanical engineering, everybody has been stopping today. That I think IT engineering and computer engineering is good, which is good for you, and you will get the work in the office. It's not that we can't do the manufacturing work. We can do, definitely. And I always say to the team that if female can give the birth to the baby, she can do wonders and everything. So, as I mentioned, I was leading 4,000 man workforce in General Motor. So, it was not easy for any of my positions. When I was an engineer also, and when I was at plant director also. It has always been a journey when I actually required to prove myself that I am capable and I am skilled for this particular job. So that's why it's important that we change the mindset from our home, then it becomes society, then it becomes organization, and then it becomes for the country. Then both side of the area, we will able to see equal ratio, what we talked about female and male today, for the overall work aspects, what we are looking forward and where we are bringing our country ahead. As I can say that there are things which we can do, there are things organizations can do, but eventually I can say that women and female, they have to keep the confidence on themselves. Definitely, if you have a confidence, you can strive wonders and wonders. And that is what I would like to conclude here. Please focus on their capability and their skills. Then and then only I think we can able to progress more and more in the event what we are looking forward. So thank you again, the machine maker team, what you have been trying and bringing. As I mentioned, 33%. I have been having a workforce today in my field shop currently. All young diploma engineers. When we started this journey, everybody was saying that it is not possible. We said it is possible. We can do this. And now when they are leading, they are driving. Now, I mean, everybody's been talking about that we need to learn. In spite of having a guest term as a tier one, now OEM has started to learn from us that yes, women workforce can do wonders. So I will only say that please give the equal opportunity on your capability, potential, and the skills. And we have many who have been actually waiting for this opportunity. Thank you again, Machine Maker team, and thank you everyone.
This one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Meena ma'am. As you concluded, thank you so much, Meena ma'am. As you concluded, skills over gender, always. Next, we have the quality champion. Ms. Kavita Kaushik is the Director of Quality at Cummins India, championing quality improvement and working on implementing Quality 4.0 and creating a benchmark. She is the quality expert with over 25 years of experience and an avid learner with extensive experience in quality assurance, quality systems, customer complaint handling, business practices, and continuous improvement techniques. Kavita is also a CII State Council member working on the UDGAM project in India. I would like to call her on. I would like to call her today to speak for 2 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. And again, would want to start my talk with thanking machine makers and Hari for inviting me here. Um, I have been a part of manufacturing and quality for almost more than 25 years now. I started my career with Alpha Level, and I think that was the first opportunity where I got my first role to work on the shop floor. And I think that paved a big way in terms of my career where I am today. And that was a time when Mrs. Leela Punawala, after her, she wanted to try out whether women can work on the shop floor. And I was one of them. So we were two of us who were taken as GETs. And I was the one who was tried in their factory to manufacturing fabrication shop. Okay. And it catered to dairy, breweries, and oil mills and everything. So it was a very, very hard job. Okay, in terms of huge vessels which required a lot of welding, a lot of fitting, and I was put on there. Obviously, it was an experimentation. Could I survive? Yeah, and I think that was a great opportunity which I got. First of all, learning from people on the shop floor, and you know, that paved a way in me always ensuring that if I have to become successful, I need to know my product well. And, I learned to do welding, I learned to do fitting with them. Okay. And that's how I started because I wanted to be one of them and not being looked as some manager who has come out from an engineering college and, trying to, put up a kind of managerial this gesto on to all the people working on the shop floor. And I did have my bit of problems there where it was difficult for them to accept me, that there is a fresh who has come from an engineering college. We are 35 years of experienced people working on the shop floor, and she's trying to teach us. And believe me, I took almost like 2.5 years to be really a part of that team. And once I could do that, I never looked back. And why I'm talking of that experience here is because that experience gave me where I'm standing today. The kind of, it helped me to gain more confidence. And after that, I moved to Tata Johnson Controls, which is Adient now. which again gave me a different part of the experience. And now I am in part of Cummins for the last 15 years. And being again in Cummins, I think the most important piece which I always started was, I started my work again on the shop floor here, and being a part of manufacturing and quality in Cummins, and I have held various roles for the last 15 years now here, and grown as you know, taking care of the plant qualities. Then doing my stint at the supplier, also I became the master black belt for Cummins, and now as I lead Cummins for the entire quality and Six Sigma in Cummins. I thought Cummins gave me a great opportunity. It gave me a meaningful work. Okay. And it gave me opportunities where I felt empowered myself. Why? Because Cummins is an equal opportunity employer. Okay. Our value systems has diversity and inclusion in that. And we always aspired that we want 50% of women in Cummins. As on today, we are still not there. We are around 32%, okay, of women, and almost like a 33% of women working on the shop floor. And when I say women working on the shop floor, actually working to make engines, today if you see, our car engine might be a maximum like 2.2 liter engine, biggest one. But if you see the engines which Cummins make, they start from 5 liter engine to a 60 liter engine. Okay. And women are proudly working on to the shop floor. A bit of ergonomic is what they really require as a support, but they are doing a great job, and they are doing it very, very efficiently. And I think that is the kind of opportunity which, each one of us today, you might be the owners, you might be, very, very senior in your organizations. It's an opportunity which we need to give. And I think that's what Cummins really gave. Even in our India leadership team, we have more than around 40% women who are in the India leadership team, and almost like a 20-25% in the board as well. Okay, so the major thing which I thought here is, it is not difficult if we really want to do it. I think the only way what we need to do is start with that thinking, give that opportunity. And I don't think so women will anytime look back. They will do a great job. It's all a matter of just giving a small opportunity. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kavita. In fact, proud of you. Good to hear that you have learned welding and you were working on the shop floor. A big round of applause for her. Moving on to next, we have Sujata Tilak, the Managing Director of Ascent Intellimation Private Limited, who's a successful entrepreneur, an accomplished system architect, and a thought leader in industrial IoT and convergence of industrial automation and information technology with over 20 years of rich experience. Sujata's focus has always been to help organizations recognize and embrace diverse ways in which manufacturing data can be beneficial. With a quality focus, interpersonal skills, and flexible client-centric approach and technical competence, Sujata has led Ascent Intellimation to become one of the leading providers of industrial IoT solutions. Sujata, stage is all yours.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks, Hari, for giving this opportunity. So after the fabulous stories of Beena and Kavita, and also before that, so I'm standing here as a woman who ventured into industrial automation and became an entrepreneur, right? So being a lady entrepreneur in a field which is predominantly dominated by male was not easy. So in the initial days when I would go to a plant, I remember one incident when I went to an NTPC plant in Rajasthan, where I was there to fix some system, automation system, which was broken and they wanted it to be fixed. And on the first day, everybody had big question marks on their faces as to what is she going to do? Is she going to even understand what's happening and so on? But you have to let your work speak, and once they see that yes, you are confident, you know it, whatever you are doing, the perceptions do change. So one thing I would like to touch upon here is women getting into workforce is one aspect of it, and a lot of companies are doing a lot of things on that. And Earlier it was on paper, diversity and inclusion and all those things. But now things are actually happening on ground. So Cummins is one of our customers, and when I visit their Fulton plant, PHP, it's really good to see so many women engineers on the shop floor actually running the line. So that's really great. But still, you come across many other companies where there are no women on the shop floor. Or just last week, I was in a company there. In the entire company, there is only one woman engineer who is actually working on the shop floor, and I mean, I congratulated her on having the confidence and courage to be there in that plant where everybody else is are men and she is the only woman. And I remembered my days in COEP. I was the only girl student in my class in instrumentation and control. And a lot of people used to tell me, why are you in this branch? Change your branch. I said, no, why should I do that? Just because there is no other girl in my class, I'm not going to change my decision. And that's what started and got me into this field where very few women I would meet. And even today, as part of ISA, I work for International Society of Automation. When we interact with students, we have student sections in various colleges in Pune. When we interact with students, we try to encourage them to first be in the core subject which you have chosen, because a lot of students get sucked into IT because of the glamour and so many other things. So both boys and girls, be in the core subject where you are, be in the core industry. But even to the girls, telling them that it's not difficult. I mean, it is, but if you are convinced, you can do it. And then there is one more aspect where you join the workforce, how to grow up in the organization. A lot of times I feel that women themselves doubt their own capability. I start as an engineer, I work as an engineer, but when the time comes to grow within the organization, take on more leadership positions and grow up in the ladder, women themselves are not confident. So I would like to say that, there is nothing less in you. In fact, I would say that women are sometimes better leaders, better managers, and one of the qualities which they have more than the men is empathy. And in a team environment, empathy helps you to connect with people. It helps you to appreciate other people more than otherwise. So be confident, you can grow. I mean, we have this great example where she's heading for, or she was heading 4,000 men, and I'm sure that wasn't easy, but she did it. But one more thing is, once you grow into the responsibility becoming a leader, then you cannot have concessions because you are a woman. Because at that point in your career or at that point in the organization, it doesn't matter whether you are a man or a woman. You have to lead from the front and you have to do the role that you are supposed to do. So women should not think that we should get concessions, and and I'm sure all the women who go to that level are aware of it, and they perform equal or even maybe better than their male colleagues. So I would thank Hari once again, and thank you so much for your patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you, Sujata ma'am, for inspirational words. Would like to request all the special guests to please take the seats and the team to take out the chairs. You need to get a mic. Go get it.
ongiven.
Hello. I had the opportunity to talk to most of the companies to understand how their gender ratio and what are their vision and what is their objective with the proposition of gender in the company. And the more I talk to companies, there were some companies who were astonishingly telling me that Akshay, I don't think that gender requires a special attention. We have always been believing this that we are all humans and humans are uh, better terminology to use that we need skills over gender. And those are the companies which were milestones ahead and they were working beyond boundaries. Today, we're going to meet such companies, and the first one in the list is a company which was incorporated in the year 2006, a company which has been leading manufacturer of fabricated metal products, gray iron castings, and machined components with customers across India. The company that has always been focusing on women empowerment and gender inclusiveness in the manufacturing sector through various activities. This is Vishwakarma Foundries Private Limited. Milestones ahead, working beyond boundaries. Let's go through the clip once.
My Vishwakarma really was set up is when we were in school, when I was in probably fifth or sixth standard, she started realizing that I need to set up a platform. That's when she started, and that's when she realized that she thought that if she wasn't independent, her children won't. So that is how she decided she wanted to set a platform up. So that's when she thought that today I am thinking like this.
माझे पैसे मिळवणे किंवा ही गोष्ट नंतरची होती तर पहिला काहीतरी उद्योग उभारणे की ज्या ठिकाणी मुलांना उभारता येईल ही पहिली गोष्ट होती त्याच्यातली मी काम केल्यावर ते पैसे मिळतच राहतात
Because I doing something head on since day one only. So that is also a good side. Now we can see that the company is growing and the boys are growing on the run as well. That we are looking at. These is very small things, but we like them to grow.
जवळचं म्हणून ते हे करतात पण असं काही नाही की सगळ्या चुका करा आणि करत त्यावेळी ते ओरडतात कारण जर मोठ्या मॅडम गेलं तर इथं आल्यावर मला जेवढं शिकायला मिळालं आणि एक लेडीजकडे जे शिकायला मिळालं ते माझ्यासाठी काम होतं
मी कसं करते मी थोडं सगळ्यांना म्हणजे जे कोणी कामाला येतात मुलं असू देत किंवा हे असू देत त्यांना त्यांचं काय करायचं असेल तर मी थोडं परमिशन देते की त्यांनी ते करायला पाहिजे एक वर्षापासून मी इथे काम करते विश्वकर्मामध्ये जे खूप चांगली जे आहे की जे फाउंड्रीमध्ये मुलींना ते घेतात त्या मॅडमांनी मला इथे काम करण्यासाठी चान्स दिलाय तो माझ्यासाठी खूप चांगला एक्सपिरियन्स एक वर्षापासून येतो म्हणजे तुमच्याकडून खूप काही घेण्यासारखं आहे खूप काही क्वालिटी त्याच्यामध्ये जे आपण पण घेऊ शकतो सगळ्यांना एकत्र करून राहायचं हीच सवय आहे आणि तसंच आवडतंय राहायला मला असं वाटत की हे कोण माझे स्टाफ आहे मी त्यांना माझ्या मुलांसारखंच ट्रीट करते वैशाली मॅम आणि साक्षी मॅम दोघी सुद्धा खूप सपोर्टिव्ह आहेत दोघी सुद्धा वर्क सोडून सुद्धा कम्युनिकेशन और पर्सनॅलिटी डेव्हलपमेंट साईड मध्ये सुद्धा हेल्प करतात जनरेशन मध्ये असं झालंय की वुमन्सना स्वतःला प्रूव्ह करायचं असतं सो त्या मेन डॉमिनंट सेक्शन मध्ये आपण वुमन्सनी सुद्धा येऊन पार्टिसिपेट करायला पाहिजे असं मला वाटतं
Retaining them in a certain way is more important than just packaging them things. If you retain them, if you see that they stay after they got married, after they got get their children, if they still stay, then that's when you realize that this girl can make a change. And what I need is I need more girls, but I need all these girls to work towards making a change.
Vishwakarma Found Vishwakarma Foundries is very close to my heart because that was the first story that I got to hear, that I got to tell. Today, I'm going to call Rujita Chashta, Executive Director of Saj Stage Plant, on the stage, and Mr. Pradeep Patil, Managing Director of Trump India. Due to some traveling issues, we could not have the owners from Vishwakarma Foundries, and hence Hari sir would be accepting on behalf of them. The certificate would be provided by, it's the already know the order. A round of applause, please.
See, actually, this Sakshi and her mother, very lovely two people, and we are very sorry that I don't know that why they are not able to reach out till now here. Maybe we will be able to meet them. Amazing, and that's a foundry. Foundry is something we all feel that we have seen many people talking about, women in manufacturing, and these two are so inspiring. And I feel so bad that they were not able to come here. But thank you on behalf of them. Thank you very much.
Hari, please remember shipping the awards to them though. All right, moving on to next, we have ATQ Metro Private Limited. Founded in the year 2011 by Sanjay Desai, ATQ Metro is a leading engineering company specialized in the field of industrial 2D and 3D metrology, dimensional measurement, reverse engineering, and traceability, offering a full-scale solution range of products such as video measuring machines, profile projector, phase shield, portable microscope. ATQ Metro has set an example as an equal opportunity provider and promoter of gender-inclusive manufacturing shop floor. ATQ Metro is milestones ahead, working beyond boundaries. Tech team, please play the video.
Everybody knows that ATQ Metro manufactures VMM, profile projectors, laser marking machines. Today, ATQ Metro has more than 700 plus customers, more than 250 we have VMM machines installed, 300 plus machines, profile projector we have supplied to the market. Again, we have cutting tool measuring machines.
In 2011, Sanjay and me decided that we will start some business on our own. We started our company, ATQ Metro.
When we started way back in 2011, survival of the company and establishment of the brand was the need of the hour. But over the time, women played a major part.
मैं एटीक्यू में पिछले 3 साल से काम कर रही हूँ इंस्पेक्शन डिपार्टमेंट में। मैंने जब पहले मैकेनिकल ब्रांच में जब मैंने एडमिशन लिया था तो सब मुझे ऐसे बोलते थे कि तूने मैकेनिकल लिया है क्या, पहली बार करने गई थी तो मुझे लगता था कि मैं कुछ इंजीनियरिंग वगैरह कुछ नहीं कर सकती, मैं जॉब नहीं करने वाली। मुझे लगता था कि जैसे मैं भी घर पे बैठने वाली हूँ, ऐसा लगता था। पर मैं आज देखती हूँ खुद पे, मुझे सच में मेरे खुद के ऊपर भी प्राउड लगता है, कॉन्फिडेंस लगता है। मैं जो जिंदगी जीना चाहती थी वो मैं आज जी रही हूँ।
Actually, when we started, we were only 3 people in organization and we faced a lot of challenges. लेकिन ऐसा एक सिचुएशन आया था कि हम लोग डिसाइड किया था कि we will not continue this organization. धनश्री मैडम ने हमें थोड़ा सा इंकरेज किया, उन्होंने जो हमें इंस्पायर किया, उन्होंने हमें जो मोटिवेशन दिया, उसके बाद हम लोगों ने वापस एक कंपनी बिल्ड करना, वापस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को आगे लेके जाने के लिए सोचा। और 2017 or 2018, we come up with a new product that is our vision measuring machine.
मैं यहाँ एटीक्यू मेट्रो में पिछले 3-3.5 साल से काम कर रहा हूँ। दूसरे कंपनी में ऐसा देखने को नहीं मिला है कि लेडी स्टाफ प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट में काम करता है, लेकिन एटीक्यू मेट्रो ने लेडीज शॉप के लिए एक अच्छा प्लॅटफॉर्म बनाया है.
सरांचं असं म्हणणं आहे की प्रत्येक गोष्ट प्रत्येकाला यावी म्हणून मी बऱ्याच गोष्टी ते शिकले आणि VMM शिकायची इच्छा आहे.
Women have many responsibilities like taking care of their families, kids, and many other work. Despite all this, women are doing a great job and they are becoming strong leaders. In our manufacturing industry, women representation has been pretty less. But however, the scenario is changing now. We at ATQ Metro inspire, encourage, and motivate women and give them equal opportunity to grow.
There's nothing in this world that women can't do. Just like a seedling requires the right environment to grow into a wonderful plant, in the same way you need a company or an environment where you work in where it pushes you to be the best in life. ATQ Metro, I believe, is the company for you.
My father was a farmer. He encouraged me and ensured me that I should take good education. So he always motivated me. After my completion of masters also he told me you should work. My husband also encouraged me to work and that is what I got empowered from my family.
Women are multi-talented. Example, Dhanashri, a MSc in chemistry, is today handling ATQ Metro, a vision measuring company. Vidya, a housewife who wants to learn a lot, initially working at the back office, then she learned some new machines over there, like laser marking and everything, and today she had a desire to learn the entire vision inspection machines. Last but not the least, our Sheetal, who heads our inspection department, she is now saying that she wants to go and talk with customers and be a part of sales and marketing. Isn't it something that we should be proud of?
ही तर फक्त सुरुवात आहे. अजून करायचं बरंच काही बाकी आहे. Did when the lady said, "जो जिंदगी जीना चाहती हूँ वो जी रही हूँ." Wow, very nice. So I would request Vaishali Lopane, Managing Director of Proton Metal Crafts, and Vineet Seth, Managing Director of Mastercam APAC, to please come on the stage. I would also request Dhanushi Desai to please come on the stage as well. So we have the entire team of ATQ Metro here. Dhanushi Desai and few more ladies whom you saw in the video. Thank you, Vishali. Thank you, Vineet, sir. I would request Dhanashri to please come and kindly share your experience. Thank you, Machine Maker, for giving this award and motivating women entrepreneurs here. Thank you very much.
It was a very short thank you, but very heartfelt thank you. I know her personally. I have interviewed her, and she is more of a doer than a talker. And thank you so much, ma'am. We respect you a lot. Next, we are going to launch a special project today. I want to say a lot of things about this project because we have worked so close and we have worked so hard in forming this concept, but I'm not allowed to. I would just ask, just 1 second. Yes. Should we do the video first? Yeah, let's do that. Yes, okay. So I would like to call Ms. Granal Patil, Director of Earth Care Equipment, and Mr. Vikram Sainte, Managing Director of Accurate, on the stage, please.
आज इस पवित्र स्थान से अमृत महोत्सव से स्वर्णिम भारत की ओर एक बहुत बड़े अभियान का प्रारंभ हो रहा है।
I would like to request Vikram sir to please talk about Make in India, such a clear.
My good friend Hari, the team of machine makers, August gathering here, Karwa sir and everybody. Actually, I was not very sure, when first I received the invite for this function, as to what a man would do in this women's function. So initially I said no, but then Hari called and he said, no, you have to come. And I'm very happy that I came here at this event. I was also surprised with the sudden introduction of the innovation that Hari wants me to speak about. But deviating from the theme, I would just like to carry forward some of the thoughts that Kalwa sir mentioned. When I started my work at Accurate, I had the opportunity to travel to China on several occasions. And one of the things that I noticed, this is a story going back nearly 20 years, is that in their manufacturing factories, I visited most of them for the measuring tools. Typically in China, a measuring company was vertically integrated. So right from making steel to making measuring instruments as one of the product was everything done in one factory, and they did many other things, hand tools, machine tools, everything else in the same factory. And one of the things that I saw there was 50% women. In China, you see it everywhere. But not only 50% women in assembly. I mean, when I went to see the production of the dial gauges, they said that they had only young women, and they said that they are the ones who have the best eyesight, and they work there for a short period of time, and then they move into elsewhere. And there were no men, zero men in that area. So only women doing that work. But what was the most surprising for me at that time is when I visited their heat treatment shop. And in the heat treatment shop, the ladies were managing that heat treatment shop, and this was one of the most memorable experience that I had. Coming back, what I realized, and the thing that Mr. Kalla sir just mentioned about, I think the opportunities for women on the shop floor is not a limitation of the women, it's a limitation of our own management. Because we are not organized as companies, as organizations, to provide that equal opportunity on the shop floor. Many of us, the small companies which grew together over a period of time, one of the big challenge was that we were ourselves not organized in terms of everything. When it comes to delivery to the customer, you have to tell somebody that you have to wait now and finish this job because of many things that have gone wrong in the process, and somebody has to make it up for that. So obviously we were not ready in that area. Some of those who have factories in the remote places are not yet ready even today. But nevertheless, I think this is a great this thing. I would like to just cite one example. We recently entered into medical devices area, and in this area, one of the first employee that we hired was a girl, and she was a mechanical engineer like all of you. And she came to our company and she said that I will work in the factory only if you give me the shop floor job. I was really surprised. She insisted. I told her, look, our factory is in Saswat. Would you go there? She said, no problem. I live in Hadapsar. I will go to Saswat, but I want a job in factories. And very few people have this commitment. Fortunately, Pune is privileged. Somebody just mentioned about Leela Punawala. I had the good fortune to interact with her at many occasions. But we all know Sudha Murthy started her career in Tata Motors here. So Pune has that tradition of giving, a different thing. And the challenge that Kala sir has thrown to us, I think all of us will definitely take it forward. Talking a little bit about Make in India, I think this is a great, great opportunity for us. Everybody right now is looking at China plus one strategy, which has given a huge impetus to manufacturing sector in India. And China, what we did in IT, China has done focused for the last 20 years in manufacturing. Their infrastructure is absolutely uncomparable to us in manufacturing. And if we have to do Make in India, scale will matter. Our manufacturing infrastructure will matter. So there is a lot of challenges that we all have to do. And the next generation, if it's given the resources and the scope to take care of it, I'm very sure that in the next few years we will show that difference in manufacturing sector as well on Make in India. Today we are seeing this Ukraine and Russia crisis and all of this. Suddenly, there are opportunities which have opened up for the Indian companies to go outside into certain markets that were typically dominated by Westerners in the past. And here is a great opportunity for all of us. Indian market also, because of this war and also because of the pandemic, has realized that we have to have local suppliers. And as a result of that, many more opportunities are coming up in this segment as well. So it's my wish that Pune shows the way to take this forward, and whatever are the challenges to address in this area, I'm sure that the industries in Pune and the leadership in Pune will address these challenges to show that we can make the difference in this field. Thank you. I'm so sorry that it was very, impromptu. I told him to talk about Make in India because this was something, a project which we are launching here. So, we want to keep it like we want to open it here, but very much you can see that Accurate is a company who is a proud Indian manufacturing company who is leading in the world on metrology. Thank you very much. Now to remove the confusion, may I ask my colleague Pooja Rashinger to talk. What is this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, 75 years and 75 innovations?
Okay, this is new. Before I start, I'm so sorry if I stammer and my voice sounds like this. Thank you, sir, for letting me speak. So, firstly, starting with, the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So it started basically as an initiative by the government, like we all know. Like, I don't think anybody here in the manufacturing industry doesn't know that it started because it started to take place, for us, for this industry to basically come out with all the evolutions that we have, innovations that we have done over the past 75 years. We just have to bring it on to the world. We have the power. We have the innovation. All we have to do is bring it out. And machine maker, basically, we're trying very hard to come up with these innovations to bring out such more stories. Like, Hari sir knows how to bring out stories. You tell him a story, we're there. So we bring out such innovations through our stories, trying to reach out to people, trying to bring their innovations out in such a way that we celebrate them, we, come together, celebrate them together. I hope you are having a great evening also, because everybody is looking at me right now with a blank face. I hope I've made you all laugh enough or smile enough, and I am happy. So this is what 75 Innovations was. Let's celebrate our innovations together. I mean, everybody here in this crowd have done something over the years. So let's bring it back together. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for lighting the fire of patriotism in everybody with the speech. And Make in India is very close to our heart. We are trying to cover up a lot of stories across India. We are going into towns, we are going into villages where factories are made. And I must tell you, I cannot tell you actually, but I must tell you this that it's amazing to see how the manufacturers are going and how they are doing something that will make the nation proud. That's all I'm allowed to say. I'll move on to the next company. One of my favorite companies, incubated in June 2011 by Mr. Rakesh Agarwal and Ms. Bunti Agarwal with a group of technocrats. Laser Technologies Private Limited is a one-stop solution for all types of medical applications. The company has been working on the line of gender inclusiveness by empowering its women workforce. Liquid technologies is milestones ahead and working beyond boundaries. I would request the team to turn off the lights and turn on the amazing video that we captured.
So it all started when I met Rakesh Agarwal during my engineering days, and we used to talk a lot about these instruments in our practical lab, and we connected a lot over the engineering background. That we got to know that when I'm going to these trade shows in the Indian laser industry, there is only 10 to 12% of women participation, and which was a very strange thing for me to see, because I thought that women are equally capable of working well in the manufacturing industry. So I started Rakesh and I said, let's create some opportunities for women in our organization. Then I have joined Laser Technologies 8 years back. I am the only woman. Over the years, I have seen there are so many women who have joined us for the different departments, and now we are almost 20 plus women in our organization.
In 2011, when we started Laser Technologies Private Limited, our vision was to bring the affordable and cost-effective laser technology in India. During that journey, we found that there are very less women in this industry, so that's where we thought that we will bring a change. And we had some sales girls that time, particularly into this industry, and many people were amazed, that a woman or girls are selling industrial equipment.
Initially, when we used to visit our clients, they were very surprised. Later, they are very happy with it, and I am also enjoying the work.
I'm a mechanical engineer. When I was into Phillips Polytechnic, there were only one girl in 59 boys. Now I am here into Laser Technologies Private Limited, surrounded with many successful women, and I'm glad to be part of Laser Technologies Private Limited.
Here at Laser Technologies, we support our customer but also enjoy our time. We are having great culture here. We are like a big family.
I'm here from last 14 years in this industry. Initially, when we used to meet people, मतलब जब भी हम clients के पास में जाते थे, तो people used to see us from bottom to top कि कोई alien यहाँ पे आया है. And women को देखते हुए उनको ऐसा लगता था कि ये industry में women कैसे आ सकती है. Even we used to wait for 5 to 6 hours in a MIDC area and an industrial area for washrooms, because there is no women washroom in industrial area. So I'm very much happy today as I have joined Laser Technologies recently. I have seen a wonderful, equal representation of women in this organization.
बहुत ही बढ़िया अनुभव रहा है लेजर टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ। सुप्रिया मैडम जो है जो सर्विस डिपार्टमेंट संभालते हैं, उनके घर पे
कोविड के दौरान बेटा हुआ था। कोविड का सब एमएसएमई मर रहे थे, जूझ रहे थे कंपनी स्टार्ट करने के। तभी उन्होंने हमारी कंपनी में जो जो कुछ चाहिए था, हमें तकलीफें आ रही थी, उन्हें घर बैठे बैठे वर्क फ्रॉम होम सारा सॉल्व करके दिया। दे आर bound to program for multitasking. As a mother, as a sister, as a wife, they do lot of things, at one go. So that capability or that unique feature you can use in business as well, wherein they can add many dimensions in your business, in your work. And we are very happy that we are empowered by more than 20 women or girls like in our company, and that's also one kind of the reason of our success. We thought it is a woman empowerment, but it was empowerment by women to our company or industry.
So when we got these amazing women with us, and we came to know that, oh my God, they can do a wonderful job. And why was this not, this change was not brought in before? So I am amazingly happy to see that all my amazing ladies in our industry, in my organization, are doing an excellent job in this manufacturing industry.
Hello. My favorite part of this video was when Mr. Rakesh said that instead of saying women empowerment, we should say that the company is empowered by women, and that was really beautiful. I would like to call upon stage. I would like to call upon stage is Rupali Goswami, Head of Product Strategy, ICE, Eton Industrial Systems. With her, I would also like to call Mr. Bharat Vijay, CEO and Director of Soral India. Would you please carry the I would like to call upon the stage Ms. Pankti Agarwal. Followed by the entire team. Women. It's a wonderful job that they're doing there. So she's saying that she wants to, but we want her to talk. Ms. Pankti Agarwal. Please, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hari, Pooja, Hiya, for putting the seed of thought in his mind, that, okay, yes, we're there. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hari and Machine Makers, for honoring me with this award. I feel really humbled to be here on this stage. I would like to thank Rakesh Agarwal especially for his my beloved husband to introduce me in this industry. Otherwise, I would have been sitting in some IT job because I was from an IT background. And I'd like to thank my mom especially. I'm here because of her. And my lovely in-laws, they have supported me in every step. Thank you so much. Thank you. There's so much to do. So let's do and let's talk less. Thank you.
Thank you, Pankti, for doing the great job. Moving on to the list, we have CTech engineers. Established in the year 2001, by a group of experienced technocrats, CTech Engineers Private Limited has been offering a range of precision machine components, sub-assemblies and parts of excavators to automobile, general engineering and other segments. CTech Engineers Private Limited has been implementing strategies and practicing that foster gender inclusiveness on the shop floor. CTech Engineers Private Limited is milestone ahead, working beyond boundaries. Second video, please.
I myself and Avinash Kadisha started this company in 2001. We manufacture basically Christian machine component to earth moving industry, construction industry, automobile industry, and walls, and all type of general industry. We are catering around 40 customers to around 15 countries into all the continents. CTech is growing step by step because I have seen CTech when it was very small, very initial stage machines. Then they were having only 5 or 6 people working there.
Basically, both of us were handling marketing, finance responsibilities, and production was totally handled by Mr. Satish Motra.
But in 2022, we have around 200 employees and $4 million business. We have around currently 10 to 15% women in our organization, and now we have taken a target that we should do at least 35% women employee in our organization within next 3 years. When I joined, there were nearly 3 to 4 female employees working, but the number is increasing gradually day by day. मैं 5 साल से इधर सीटेक्स में काम कर रही हूँ. इधर के लोग बहुत अच्छे हैं, बहुत सपोर्ट करते हैं इधर के लोग. मैं पिछले 5 साल से सीटेक कंपनी में काम कर रही हूँ और यहाँ का मेरे लिए माहौल बहुत ही अच्छा है काम के लिए, क्योंकि अभी जो मैं जॉब कर रही हूँ उसमें जो हेड डैमेज होता है और कोई रहता है डेंट वगैरह होते हैं, बर वगैरह ऐसे प्रॉब्लम होते हैं, वो निकलने होते हैं हमें, इसलिए हम इधर विजुअल इंस्पेक्शन का काम करते हैं. Now we have lady employees almost in each department. We also recruit lady CNC operators on CNC machines because this is women bring diversities and it helps to generate new ideas for problem solving. When I was working in USA, one major difference between USA and India is in terms of women in manufacturing is there were a lot of women who were working in very good position over there in USA. And when I came back to India and started working over here, there were women, but not what I was expecting. Being a mother of 2 children, it was very tough for me to balance between work commitment and home responsibilities. But it all goes easy when you have a supportive family members and as well as good working environment. In CTech, I found very secure working environment because though there are all other HODs are gents, my directors count me equally. उनसे तो सब सीख सकते हैं कि वो सबको एकदम रिस्पेक्टली बात करते हैं, मतलब पूरे उनकी पूरी फैमिली हो या कोई भी हो, उनसे छोटा हो या कोई छोटे से छोटा वर्कर हो, उन सबसे वो एकदम रिस्पेक्टली बात करते हैं. उनसे मुझे ये बात बहुत अच्छे से सीखने को मिलती है. सीटेक में कभी भी जेंडर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं देखा. I am proud member of CTech family. From the start of our company, I am thinking, I really don't think of the gender, and I was thinking that whatever work my main colleagues do, that can be done by women colleagues. But due to infrastructure limitation, I was not able to hire any woman colleague in my organization, but as the infrastructure rose by 2010, we started hiring women colleagues, and I'm really happy to say that they are working wonderfully. Very good decisions, and I think we should not now at this stage of culture, we should not do anything biased about men and women. We have to think of only talent. And in talent, I think women are better.
Thank you, Machine Maker, for putting up lovely videos. In fact, inspiring videos. Uh, I would request Nidhi Chopra, Director Exports of KTA Spindle Tools, and Terence Miranda, Managing Director of Phillips Machine Tools, to please come on the stage and felicitate Sayali Kharatkar, Reshma Tedekar, and the team from CTEC Engineers. Thank you, everyone. I would request Reshma Tedekar to please come and share it.
Hello everyone. First of all, thank you so much, Machine Maker, for giving us opportunity on this stage. On behalf of all CTEC lady members, I would like to thank my CTEC management for motivating us and giving freedom to take our own decisions. And lastly, as we are celebrating 75 years of our independence, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, we're expecting women, more women in manufacturing. Thank you.
Thank you, Reshma. Moving on to the next, we are a very interesting company, Evertrade Group. Founded by Indian footwear designer and entrepreneur Naren Anand, China-based Evertrade Group is a leading manufacturer and exporter of sports shoes to global brands. Naren has been voicing the need for gender equality on the manufacturing shop floor and has himself set an example by employing more women employees than male employees in the Evertrade manufacturing facility. Evertrade Group is milestones ahead, working beyond boundaries. Let's have a video, please.
I have done my footwear technology in '99 and worked with some MNCs in India, Singapore, Thailand, and then in China. And in China, we started our company and 2011. And last year we started our own brand, Ever, which is available in, across the globe. You can say, but yet to come to India. 11 years back, when we started our own trade company in China, we started on a very low scale, very low fund. We opened a small factory there. It was automated. And slowly we started making it bigger with our global experience. When we first arrived in China, we were very surprised to see that there is no such thing as women empowerment there because women are already empowered there. Whenever we tried to find, we put out an application for employees, you will be surprised to know that more than 80% they were all female applicants. And they were so courageous, they were so skilled that whether it be design skills, corporations, bankers, or even in shops, small, everywhere, you will see women are handling everything and they are leading the country. My job to get communicated with customer, I handle the business with them, with orders, design. But Vita is the person who is handling execution part. Running a factory is definitely not an easy job, but she's doing perfectly well for last many years. And it's not only one job she's doing, she's also having the responsibility of family, and she has done a remarkable job raising two kids in China with Indian traditional flair. And I could see it's a really fantastic job what they have.
After having such nice and great experience in China, we were very satisfied and established there. We never thought that we are going to establish any manufacturing facility in India as well. But our meeting with our Mr. Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, in 2017 Big Summit, it was a great opportunity to meet him, and we still feel very warm about that meeting. And he encouraged us, why didn't you put any manufacturing facility in India as well? And at that moment, me and my husband both were like, yeah, we should do something for our country. Let's go there.
After meeting with our Prime Minister, there was a big role of Invest India in our venture. They helped us a lot. And then subsequently, Invest Odisha was great supportive and we said to our factory in China in 2019, and by 2020 we have been already signed MOU, land has been allotted to us. Due to COVID, it got a little delay, but we expect this manufacturing to be started within this year, and all the hiring and everything has been taking place at this moment now. We are in work with the government of Odisha and the technical director of World Trade Center, Hiraku. He has been very much supportive for last 1 year, and with his help, we are able to see that we can get women in our company as per our requirement, and we can see they are equally supportive and dedicated for women empowerment as we are.
When we arrived in India, we wanted to have the same kind of facility we had in China, more than 80% of female employees. But somehow we felt that it's not so easy to implement the same kind of facility here. And the reason I would say that women themselves are not aware of that power, and I don't blame actually, because cultural and social structure of India is such that women don't even talk about their freedom, their equality, or their economic freedom. Dependency on their family is what they seek for. So I believe that they should come out of their house, come out of their shell. They should know that they can do wonders. So we also want to have them, because we know they can do wonders for our company as well, for our country as well. So come out, ladies.
Well, I would request Sohani Mohan, founder of Subtle Designs, and Sanjeev Chakrabarti, managing director of Hardcore India, to please come on the stage and felicitate Smita Anand. Thank you, everyone. I would request Smita to please come and share her experience.
Hello, everyone. This is Smita, a mom first, and then an entrepreneur. Everything has been already said about our company, and Indian women. What I would like to add that when we come after whole day work, when we come inside our house, we keep that crown outside of our entrance, sometimes in the car, in garage. Because inside our premises, we are mom, we are daughter-in-law, we are wife. So that transformation on everyday basis, it needs lots of energy. So ladies out there, take care of yourself, meditate, pamper yourself, give time to yourself so that we can give strength to our family. And all men, kindly be respectful, mindful, and caring when we talk to us. This is what all we need. As I said in my speech, we all can do wonders. We need support. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to machine maker, Hari Shankarji, because this facilitation is coming just after 1 month of landing in India. It's a huge and very special encouragement. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Raman. I had the chance to meet her yesterday and did one interview with her. So it was also a lot of things that she's managing, balancing life, work, and seeing how she's growing up two children. And that's really amazing that she's doing it. Now again, we are here to launch a new project. And again, I'm not allowed to talk about that project until we see how the project is. So this is Quality Champs Season 1. And I would like to request my Ms. Sunita today, Director of Shipline Automation, to be on the stage. And Mr. Vaibhav Shah, Managing Director of API Metrology India, come on the stage. I would like to give you the report. So this is going to be the launch, and here is the first time we are all going to see how this is. You can just click this button, click it. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the launch. If please take a seat. Sir, I would like to request you to share a few words. Thank you. Can you hit the light? Thank you.
So first of all, big thanks. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Big thanks to Hari for felicitating women in manufacturing. That concept itself is brilliant. I believe that being a woman itself is a matter of pride. And I think our industry has been slightly off track when it comes to women. In majority the roles being very much on shop floors and kind of a little harsh environment for them, but I think the world has completely changed today. Coming to quality, I think API as a company has been pretty much into metrology and quality throughout the journey of last 38 years. And since the invention of laser trackers, which is one of the most proud feeling that we all have on our shoulders, we believe that it's very important that the emphasis on quality is being recognized as well. We believe that quality is itself a constant force which keeps you improving from what you've been doing before, maybe by adding better tools to measure the components that you're manufacturing, or by improving your processes, which can make things better than what they have been before. So this is a series which is going to recognize some of those companies which are really focusing on quality as a subject, which is in their blood, and they're trying to come out with innovative ideas to improvise on their quality. And we're going to recognize that in joint, sync with machine makers. So that's all about this particular project. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Established in the year 2020, Phillips Private Limited is the leading manufacturer of a comprehensive line of mechanical aerosol products, accessories, car care products, bulk pack detailing, washing and cleaning products under the brand Metrology. The company has been contributing and supporting women empowerment and gender equality initiatives. Elixir Soltech Private Limited is milestones ahead and working beyond boundaries. You guys know the drill, the video, and the lights. Thank you so much.
After marriage and after having kids, it was difficult, and I have to leave my job. Though I was always busy with some other activities, upgrading myself with my financial skills and all, I had a thought, why not? I also start doing something where we can work together. What means in our company right from the day one. And in this thing, we have been serving the service industry after the market of the auto care industry. In our factory also, we have right from beginning, we have encouraged women to work. So there are many women also are working in the factory.
मैं एक्सेल में काम करती हूँ 6 साल हो गया मेरे को। ये हमारे को बहुत सीखने को मिलता है। इधर में मशीन ऑपरेटर है, गाड़ी है हमारे को आने जाने के लिए उधर से। कंपनी बहुत अच्छी है, काम में मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बहुत आसानी से मैं काम करती हूँ। मेरा जो स्टाफ है कंपनी का, वो मेरे साथ बहुत फ्रेंकली रहता है। मुझे लगता नहीं कि मैं यहाँ पर काम करती हूँ, मैं और कर दूँ। हमारी कंपनी में हमें फैसिलिटीज देती है, हमारे लिए टॉयलेट, बाथरूम, प्राइवेसी वगैरह बहुत अच्छी है। हमारे सर मैडम आते हैं, हमारे साथ हंस खेल कर काम करते हैं, बताते हैं, हमें हर काम के बारे में डिटेल में मालूमात देते हैं। उसे हमें काम करने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं आती है। और मैं जब खुद की सैलरी लेती हूँ अपने हाथ में, तो मुझे तब बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस और फक्र महसूस होता है कि मैं अपनी सैलरी से अपने परिवार को सपोर्ट करती हूँ और परिवार की जरूरतें पूरी करती हूँ।
Over the period of time, we have developed ourselves. We have absorbed good people in our organization across. We have in HR team, we have in operations as well as in the digital marketing team, where women are doing pretty well in terms of taking up the challenges over the period of time.
So right from day one, we have inculcated a culture of women empowerment in our organization, and especially in the manufacturing facility, we have employed a lot of women who are basically not only involved in packaging, but they are also involved in quality control, quality check, and also operating the machines. We take good care of our women employees. Gender equality, we believe in that. A lot of training activity, upgradation activity we do for our staff at factory as well as our office staff. We also started with one more new company, which is Pure Car Ecom India Private Limited, which is a B2C car care e-commerce company. And in that, we have made one of the women, which is Anita Kumari, as the operations head to drive this company. And it will definitely help us to scale up new heights.
I'm working for up to a year earlier, and I've got I support from the directors and from them also. Then I was in New York a job. That time they have supported me. The madam has given me a chance to work with this organization. Without her support and without my family member support, I won't be able to reach this stage.
A woman is always strong in her own way. She needs only an opportunity. She needs to be heard, actually, and to make her own choices. And every woman in a society or in a family is a strength for the family, which is going to inculcate to the coming generation in her family also and with her team, to anyone, any of her friends or any of her the people who need guidance.
Well, such an inspirational story. I would like to call upon stage Ms. Prajakta Raut, Director of FRB Machines. Mr. Praveen Shirse, Managing Director of Oerlikon Bikes India. And Ms. Geeta Patkujar to receive the felicitation and the tea. Certificate of appreciation. And I would request Prajakta Raut ma'am to give the memento. Just the tea. Alright. I would request come and give it. Okay. You need to check that once it's not audible. Is it now?
Hello? Yeah.
Perfect.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be a part of this program and to be felicitated by such honorable dignitaries. Myself, Neeta Padguzer. I am the co-founder member of Regal Soltech Private Limited, known by brand name Maxol, established in the year 2012 with my better half, Mr. Yogesh Padguzer, and my family friend, Mr. Abhay Pote. We started this company 10 years long back from scratch. And actually, I am actually from a finance background. My initial role was to take care of all the finance activities. But later on, as this is a company which is in manufacturing and distribution of car care products, I have to enhance my capabilities to understand the manufacturing department, how I can be able to make decisions and control the department. So I postgraduated myself in business administration, which helped me to actually take decisions. So actually I will just want to tell that education plays a very important role for every woman to get empowered. Actually, because what I feel is freedom and choices, it comes later. Once she's educated, she's actually able to choose her choice and actually grab the opportunities which would help to boost her confidence in the coming years. So, though I have faced a lot of challenges in my company, I have always tried to encourage more and more women to join my company in various departments. I have women in shop floor, in packaging department, on vendor development. I have a vendor development who works for the company. And I am very proud to say that they have given their best what they can and accepted all the challenges in this company, which is in a growing stage, and have shown what a woman can do. So it is rightly said actually that woman is already strong. It is the way the world perceives that strength. And will end this speech with a thankful note with two machine makers who have invited me to this program. Thank you so much.
Next on the list, we have Infact Limited, established in the year 1989 by serial entrepreneur and inventor Mr. Phillips Samuel. Infact Limited has been producing natural extracts for the dietary supplement, sports nutrition, pharmaceutical, food and cosmetic industries in North American, European, and Asian regions. Under the aegis of Mr. Phillips, who has been a proponent of women empowerment, Infric has been setting examples in the area of gender inclusiveness on shop floor. Infric Limited is milestones ahead, working beyond boundaries. Let's have a video.
A journey of education and working for corporate as well as starting my own enterprise as an entrepreneur. Creative idea is what works to make you different from others. That's what is happening in our company now. Even though we are highly profitable, now we are more profitable because of the three who are squeezing the cost, every day squeezing. And this is, and now they're expected, they're working in the shop floor in shifts, so they go, two of them. And we, of course, look at the safety by giving them a car, van drops them home and picks them up if it's late to the evening. But sometimes they work up to 11 o'clock at night. And they will not leave till the job is over.
I started my career in Prague as training engineer, and like slowly have been transferred me as a head of the department, and now finally I have been appointed here as assistant manager of engineering research. Now it's like when you are keep on growing your career experience, then you will get to know like how you want to build up your own career and how you want to shine in your own successful life. And being a woman, I'm not successful because of the background of the men who are working here in church. For every success, a woman should believe that we can do it. I was talking to Phillips and like he completed his interview and he was asking plenty of things that how women should be there and in charge. That was just a hint, so free, and if you believe that you can do it, then in charge is just a platform to expose your own talents and your own skills. The only thing is like you should believe and you should know how to achieve yourself. In my opinion, culture about infra would be a very soft, motivating, and challenging company. Basically, why I would say this is the managing directors and the executive directors. These are quite soft as well as they motivate you that you can do certain kind of job. Plus, the best thing about it is they give you 10 challenges in a day, which you need to see how best you can come out of it. So, this is something that not other companies would give you. And I have got that for past 7 years. And I am today here because of it. It's been just about a year now since I started my journey at Impact Biosciences, and has been going great so far. The kind of opportunities that I get here, I really cannot imagine getting the same in any other workplace. The opportunities here are immense.
But women I found are more committed. And they are very intelligent. They can innovate. Their mind is very focused. And so when you choose the right women who have passion, so I look for energy and enthusiasm and knowledge of course. These three if a woman has, she will succeed without any doubt.
I would request Sandhya Jagidar, Director of Fulton Tools, and Ashish Kurde, President of Magic Aurangabad, to kindly come on stage and felicitate Guys